Some people walk into a job interview, a first date, a room full of strangers, a arcade, and feel nothing but excitement. Others feel their heart pounding before they even open the door. Same species, same brains, roughly. So why does fear hit some people so much harder than others? And more importantly, can it actually change? Fear starts in a small almond-shaped structure deep in your brain called the amygdala. It's your threat detector. And here's the thing. It's not equally sensitive in everyone. Some of that comes down to genetics. Twin studies show that a meaningful part of how reactive your amygdala is, how quickly it fires, how long it takes to calm back down, is inherited. Some people are simply born with a more trigger-happy alarm system, but genetics is only part of the story. Early experiences physically shape this system. A child who grows up in an unpredictable or high-stress environment often develops a more sensitive fear response. Their brain learns correctly that the world requires vigilance. Meanwhile, a child who's exposed gradually to manageable risks, climbing, failing, trying again, often builds a calmer baseline. There's also a factor most people overlook: exposure history as an adult. Firefighters, surgeons, and combat veterans often report feeling less fear in high-stakes moments, not because they're wired differently, but because repeated exposure literally recalibrates the threshold. Fear responses are, to a real degree, trainable. Most people don't think of it this way, though. If you're anxious, it's easy to conclude I'm just an anxious person, as if it's a fixed trait, like eye color. That belief feels true because fear is so consistent day to day, but consistency isn't the same as permanence. Believing fear is fixed actually reinforces it. People avoid the very exposure that would recalibrate their response, which keeps the fear system exactly where it started. In other words, the belief, "this is just who I am," can become the reason nothing changes. Here's what the research on fear and exposure actually supports. First, graded exposure, not deep-end exposure. The nervous system recalibrates fastest with small, repeatable doses of discomfort, not overwhelming ones. If public speaking terrifies you, that's a 5-person meeting before it's a keynote. Second, reframe the physical sensation. A racing heart before a challenge is nearly identical, physiologically, to excitement. Studies on performance anxiety show that simply relabeling "I'm anxious" as "I'm excited" measurably improves performance, because you're working with the same arousal, just interpreting it differently. Third, track repetitions, not outcomes. Confidence isn't built by one success, it's built by your brain logging enough repetitions that a situation no longer reads as novel or threatening. Fearless people aren't fearless from birth, in most cases. They've simply logged more reps. So the honest answer is, some of this is wiring you were born with, but a real research-backed portion of it is built, one small exposure at a time. If fear feels like a fixed part of who you are, it might just be an alarm system that hasn't been recalibrated yet. Next time we're tackling another question people have been asking forever: why do some people get richer while working the same hours as everyone else? See you then.